Well, folks, it's an unlikely comparison today, but we're going to be comparing a Model Y long range to a Tesla Model S Plaid. And I know you're like, what is wrong with you? But that's a long answer to that question. The truth is, a lot of people have messaged me as I've been shooting this car over the past day and said, I love my Model Y, but I'd really like to have a Model S. And in my head, I'm like, well, this car is almost triple the cost of this. It's like double and a half. So today I'm going to compare the two, mainly with the dimensions of the car. This has about a 75 kilowatt hour battery, and this is about a 95 kilowatt hour battery. So that's where a lot of the price difference comes from. But we're also going to look at some of the ergonomics of the car and differences on the interior that may interest you as well. So frunk space on both of them is about the same. I don't want to open up the frunk on this again. It doesn't latch very easily, and it's also very finicky to close these hoods. For some reason on the Model S's have had issues with this. Model Y, very easy to close the hood, but on these cars you don't slam it, you have to press it on either side of the Tesla badge here. You don't want to press the edge of the hood, you'll bend it. So we're not going to open that up. They're about the same size. The other thing to note here, this is a $140,000 car, right? And look at that piece of plastic that's hanging out over the edge. Now I'm sure that is something you can adjust and fix, but it just shouldn't come like that. Also, you'll notice if you've been having small loads, these are extra load tires, so that'll help you out. 21s on the Model S Plaid. These are the optional 20s that I have on the Model Y long range. Now something right away, we'll just open up the interior of the car here, and you can see right here, nothing. You get your speed. Your speed is displayed right here, and then as you can see, there's nothing over here. Also, Magback, been a sponsor of the channel, so you can get these with a 15% discount. This holds your phone right here nicely. So Magback, I'll have their discount code linked down in the description. Now if we go over to the Model S Plaid, which is being given away, I'll talk about that shortly, but partnered up with Charity Stars again, and they're giving away, they also have the presented door handles. That's a difference, where as they're just recessed and they're manual, you press in. So you pop that open. You have this screen right in front of you here, which is really nice. A lot of people at first kind of freak out. They're like, oh, how am I going to see my speed? How am I going to see anything? And you get used to it. It's really not that big of a deal. You have this display right in front of you, and then also with the yoke steering wheel, it's very clear exactly what's in front of you. Your visibility is excellent. You also notice that the headliner is Alcantara. So you have that material as opposed to on the Model Y. You have a light interior, which is prone to being marked up. I really wish this was black, or you had the option from the factory to make it black. Additionally, in the Model S, you have heated and cooled seats. So these seats are ventilated. In the Model Y, they are only heated. You also have the option for the carbon fiber trim, which looks incredible. It goes across the dash, it goes across the door here, and even travels into the back of the car along here and this little detail right here. So I thought there was a nice job to really pay attention to that detail and have it go through the entirety of the car. More on the back of the car. It has this screen here. Change the music and all that type of stuff. So you do have some control over what you're doing, and I think it's a nice feature to have a screen for the people in the rear of your car. You also notice that the back seats in the Model S are more contoured. You can see they actually have some bolstering to them, and then this movable headrest, which the one in the Model Y moves as well. And it's also a hatchback like the Model Y. So we'll take a look at the seats in the rear of the Model Y to compare. So the rear seats in the Model Y here, pretty simple, not really any bolstering. They're also a little more firm than the ones in the Model S. It's surprising actually how firm these are. Now what I will say is the Model Y seats do recline a little bit. So you can see that they sit back a little bit, which makes it way more comfortable, whereas the Model S seats are fixed. They do fold down all the way, so that's nice, and there's a button back here. Just pull that down, and it folds flat, and you can see all the way into the trunk here. Again, this being Alcantara, so it's nice to have this cover as well for some privacy. Now here's a pretty unique look at both of these cars. It's just surprising that this opens up so wide. Again, the Model Y is massive when the rear of it opens up. So this all folds flat and you have an insane amount of room to move any of the junk you need to move around. So onto the Model S, again, you have a huge opening here, not quite as much height, obviously, but as far as depth goes, it's probably just as much, if not more space. So just to give you some comparison, we're gonna do the only measurement test that matters. So let's see if we can fit the clubs in here sideways. So they go perfectly straight across there, and in the Model Y, I know that they do, but I'll show you anyways, and then they sit flush there as well. So golf clubs fit in there. You could probably put 3 or 4 in. If you had a full foursome, you could jam them all in there. So that's kind of the difference with the two of these. Again, this has the under compartment as well, so you have that space as well as on the Model Y. As I mentioned earlier, this video is sponsored by Charity Stars, who I've partnered with for over a year now, and they've been doing hundreds of giveaways for many years, which benefit charities all around the world. The charity that they're benefiting this time is One Tree Planted. For every dollar that charity receives, they plant 1 tree and have planted 40 million trees in 43 different countries. So Charity Stars, by donating to them, it gives you an entry to win this Model S Plaid. Not this specific one. It's actually better because if you win the Model S Plaid, you get to spec it yourself. You get to pick the color and the options and all that stuff. So it's going to be specific to you. It's not just a general plaid that they spec for you. So Charity Stars, what they've done for my viewers is they're going to give you bonus entries just for using the link down in the description. So $10 gets you 100 entries, but then with my code, that gets you anywhere between 250, 500, or 750 entries, depending on when you enter. So by using my link down below, you will get 250 bonus entries on top of whatever you donate. So if you donate $10, you will get 350 entries just because you're a viewer of this channel. So yes, you will have the chance to win a Model S Plaid with the yoke steering wheel, 0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds with rollout. This car is unbelievable. I can't even imagine winning this. And I'm really hoping that one of you win it so I can come drive it and make videos with it. I think that'd be sweet. But yeah, the Model S Plaid is incredible, and it's really cool that Charity Stars is doing a giveaway with one. The giveaways when they do with the Model Y and the Model S's have been really popular, and I hope they keep doing them because it's awesome that people get these cars, and then also it's nice that your money, if you don't win, is going to a good foundation that's creating change in the world. I think they're trying to help with deforestation because us human beings have ripped the forests out of Earth, and that's a problem. So thank you, Charity Stars, for sponsoring the video, guys. Link is down in the description. Click it, check out their website, try to win the Model S Plaid. They also have other giveaways, but the Model S Plaid is obviously what you want to win. Charity Stars, thank you for sponsoring the video. Now back to it. Well, folks, I hope that was helpful, kind of getting an insight into both of these cars. The ride quality also is another thing I'm sure you're concerned about. The ride quality is better on this. It has an air suspension. Tesla just needs to figure out the suspension on their cars that don't have air suspensions. I mean, they don't all need air suspensions. That's not the answer. It's just tuning it better. Copy what the Germans did. They do magic. Model S Plaid, or just the Model S in general, is it's an insane car. It charges really well. You have the access to the Tesla charging network. You have comfort and space, and it runs extremely efficient. It's very aerodynamic, and it's faster than anything on the road. So I don't know what more you can ask for. When you look at it like that, $140,000 doesn't seem like so much because of what you have to pay to get up to this level of performance. Another thing that people forget about is the cars that perform like this, the McLarens, the Lamborghinis, Porsche, they don't run efficiently. So you're running an extremely inefficient car to get crazy performance. This gives you the crazy performance and runs very efficiently in comparison to gas. So I hope that video is helpful to all of you looking at your Model Ys and being like, I want this. I don't know what to tell you, honestly. I'm not really a huge fan of massive sedans like this. As you can see I own an M2. So I like sport compact cars. So personally, I would even like the Model 3 Performance a little bit better. Again, the downside to that is how rough it rides. This, for example, it has a very stiff suspension, but again, it's well tuned. So you're not bouncing all over the place. It's firm, but in all the right ways. And that's possibly what she said. We're gonna end this video here. Thank you all for watching. Check out Charity Stars if you want a chance to win the Model S Plaid. This video is over.